In this video, we'll talk about some common inequalities. We'll start from these two. The red one on the left is called greater than, and the blue one on the right is less than. One example with is greater than is 6 is greater than 5. And one example with less than is 5 is less than 6. And I don't know if you have noticed that the bigger side is always pointing to the larger number, and the pointy side is pointing to the smaller number. So you can see the bigger side is always pointing to 6, and the pointy side is pointing to 5. So these two inequalities is talking about the same thing. They are equivalent inequalities because they're basically the same. Now let's look at the following two inequality signs. The red one on the left is greater than or equal to, and the blue one on the right is less than or equal to. One example with is greater than or equal to is 6 is greater than or equal to 5. This is a true statement is because 6 is greater than 5, right? So satisfy one of the two conditions. 6 is greater than 5. Now let's look at the other one. 5 is less than 5. This is also a true statement because we know 5 is equal to 5, so satisfy one of those two conditions is equal to, right? So 5 is less than or equal to 5. Both are true statements. It's easy to figure out if one positive number is greater than the other positive number, or if one positive number is greater than a negative number. What if we're trying to compare two negative numbers? For example, here we have two inequalities and we want to decide if each one is a true statement or a false statement. So the first one, -3 is greater than or equal to -2. How do we compare two negative numbers? Well, we will look at something called the number line. Okay, so if you look at the number line, 0 is here, here's -1, -2, -3. And if the number is on the left, then the number is smaller. So we can see -3 is on the left of -2. So -3 is a smaller number. So the statement of -3 is greater than or equal to -2 is a false statement. Okay, so number 2. -7 is less than -2. Okay, we know -7 is way over here somewhere. Okay, so it's pretty obvious that -7 is a smaller number. So saying -7 is less than -2 is a true statement. I hope you find this helpful, and I will see you in the next video.